Yeah, g'day team and welcome to our ABR Stable Weekly Wrap. We'll go through our week in review, winner there to talk about, It Ain't the Money. Then we'll preview the week ahead. We've got 10 runners coming up for the week for connections, so plenty to go through there. We'll touch quickly on Akarana Prince and Alexia Rose, the two New Zealanders that have arrived and settled in well, and also go through our best chance for the weekend. Hang around for that. Hopefully you're on. Last week we tipped It Ain't the Money each way. Got up at $31, having his second start for Narissa McMullen. He was good first up and we followed that through. That leads us in to our week in review, and It Ain't the Money was a good winner, as we spoke about at Albion Park on Tuesday in a time of 1:54.6. Look, he was back in the field, and there was a ballistic pace set up front. The leaders were going at each other, and 55.7 I think the first half was. He was sort of, he just worked his way into the race very nicely inside the last lap, and won by 3.5 metres on the line. For the connections that did have a ticket each way, they certainly enjoyed a nice collect, $31. But he goes around on Tuesday night. But it was very pleasing to see him win early in his Queensland campaign. So on the back of that, we're certainly, I think, going to have some fun with him over the coming months in Queensland and into the new year. Honourable performances, you've got to mention Ideal World again, a gallant second. He went down in the smallest of margins, a photo finish. That's West Star Sam playing with his feet bin behind there. He wants his tucker. Ideal World, as I said, gallant second, very good time, but the first quarter 26.3, opening quarter, blistering speed. He worked his way to the front. He had to do plenty of work, but he sort of was still able to hold on and just go down, so he was brave there. Got a Thunder on the same night. Saturday night was fourth. He was really pleased with his first up run in Queensland. He'll take benefit from that. He goes around tomorrow night at Albion Park. Hilltop Breeze, she was second on Monday. Just found one better in Yappa's Courage. It's a nice horse on the way back from a short let up, and it's Hilltop Breeze, she's knocking on the door to pick up her Southern Cross bonus. One of the lads continued his good run of form, another third. That follows up 3 seconds in a row, so he's run places in his last 4 in Tassie. He's certainly going well for Bain, and he'll certainly be picking up 1 or 2 very quickly, you would think. We'll go through our runners for the week ahead now until we speak this time next week. We've got 10 runners in 3 different states over the next 7 days, kicking off tomorrow night at Albion Park. Friday night racing there. God of Thunder goes around. Race 4 on the program, drawn barrier 6 over the mile. Under mobile conditions, hasn't had many mobile starts up there, but or at all. And he'll be looking for an improved second up performance. He was good first up, as we mentioned last week, but he'll take benefit from that. Looks a good chance at God of Thunder of getting a victory in Queensland there. Saturday night we head to Mildura. Rising High goes around in race 2, drawn barrier 6. He's outside the front row over the short trip. If he can find his way to the front, he'll be hard to beat. He was a good second up at Mildura when he headed there last time. Bottle Rock, he makes his way back there. Both runners going around for Kate Hargroves and Alex Ashwood. Race 3, drawn barrier 3. If he can find his way to the top, his chance will be significantly enhanced as well. So both look very good chances for us this weekend. We'll touch on them later. Saturday night, Albion Park. We also have a runner up there in For the Cause. Race 8, number 2 goes around. If she can find a way to the fence, hopefully get across the one on the inside, she needs to be on the fence to be running a good race. But does look a dropping grade in what she raced last start, where she was 4th in good time. So hopefully, she can put another good step forward and take that next step in Queensland. Sunday, we head to the Twilight meeting at Hobart with 2 runners on the program there. Aussie Major goes around and 3 cases in the same race. Aussie Major drawn inside the second row, gets a good chance to follow through on the back of a nice horse, likely leader, so hopefully he can run a place at odds. 3 cases, we want to see a bit of improvement out of her before we go tipping her with any confidence. Monday we head to Globe Derby Park with Hilltop Breeze. Race 1 on the program, drawn barrier 3. She's been a model of consistency this month, hasn't broke through yet, but ran a couple good placings. Expect another good performance from her, but there looks to be a couple nice horses in it there as well, with Clarendon Envoy actually trialling well and returning from a spell there, so it probably looks one better than her, but expect her to run a good place again. Pebbles on the Beach goes around in race 3. She's having her second start. We've talked about her on recent shows. 2-year-old for the stable. She's had 1 start for 1 victory. She certainly come through that really, really well, and looking forward to her going around. She goes from barrier 4, and sure sounds like a lie. She's second up for our stable this preparation now after winning her Vic Red bonus. She's drawn 2 on the second row in race 6. She's going to be set up for 1 run, and I think that way, she did win doing some mid-race work and go around to the front, but I think set up for 1 run, she's certainly a good run-on chance. Tuesday, we'll head to Albion Park, where It Ain't the Money was victorious last week. He backs it up again this week. Hopefully he can take that form again through. Race 2 on the program, drawn barrier 4, only a small field of 6. over the 2100 metre journey. Probably expect him to be sat up again and finishing off, another, hopefully he can back up his performance from last week. That's our runners for the week. Number of good chances. We'll touch on them shortly. Just before we do, the new arrivals we mentioned last week, Akarana Prince and Alexia Rose had both arrived in Australia. We've got Akarana Prince here behind us, hoeing into his food. He started some jog work this week, really bright, very fresh and full of energy. He's certainly enjoying his work early on in his preparation. So we'll continue to progress through with him and look forward to seeing him at the trials in mid-November. And our best chances in summary for the weekend, I think we've got a number of good chances for connections over the weekend, but in summary, I think Rising High and Bottle Rock at Mildura look two of our better chances. Bottle Rock might be probably unders. There might be a little bit of value in Rising High, so hopefully we can enjoy the Cox Plate into the AFL Grand Final on Saturday night with a winner or two early on in the program at Mildura. And I think Sunday, the Twilight meeting, I think Aussie Major drawn inside the second row, gets a cheap run. He'll be good odds to play, so I'd expect have something on the place bet there at value. So they're our chances for the weekend. Hopefully we'll be back this time next week, touching on a couple more winners and continuing on the stable's good run of form for connections, and hopefully you can find a winner or two there as well for the ones that like to follow the stable. But thanks again, we'll see you this time next week.